When you suddenly miss someone strongly, these invisible things are happening to that person. Have you ever been doing something simple, and then out of nowhere, you miss someone so strongly it almost takes your breath away? It is not a gentle thought. It is a sudden pull, a wave in your chest, a quiet ache that feels like it came from somewhere deeper than your mind. You may ask yourself, why right now? Why this moment? Why does their memory feel so close when there is no message, no sign, no sound? This feeling is not always random. Psychology says the subconscious holds emotional imprint, and imprint can wake up without permission. And from a softer, spiritual view, a real connection can move through silence like an invisible thread. Not to confuse you, but to reveal what is still unfinished. When you suddenly miss someone strongly, something can be happening on their side too, even if they never say a word. The first invisible thing is that their nervous system may be searching for comfort at the same time. When a person is stressed, lonely, or overwhelmed, their mind reaches for the place it once felt safe. If you were that place, your energy becomes their quiet refuge, even if pride keeps them silent. They might be sitting in a room full of people, laughing, and still feel empty for 1 second. They might look fine, but inside, their subconscious is scanning for you. The second invisible thing is memory activation. The brain connects people to feelings, and feelings to routines. So when they enter a quiet moment, your name can rise inside them like a song they cannot turn off. A smell, a street, a late-night hour, a certain kind of silence can open the door. And once the door opens, the imprint walks in. This is why you can miss them while they are thinking of you too, without either of you planning it. The third invisible thing is internal conflict. They may be thinking about you, but also thinking about what happened, what was said, what was not said. They may want to reach out, then stop. They may type a message, then delete it. They may stare at your chat, then lock the phone like it is dangerous. Not because you mean nothing, but because you mean too much. Here is a small story that shows this clearly. A man ends things with someone he loves because he feels unready. Days later, he lies in bed and feels her absence like weight. He opens his phone, reads their old messages, and whispers, "I miss you," to a dark room. He never sends it. But the feeling does not disappear. It stays in his chest. And the next day, she suddenly misses him so strongly she has to sit down. That is how emotional frequency can echo through distance. The fourth invisible thing is that they may be comparing their current life to the memory of you. When someone is thinking deeply, they measure the present against the past. They notice how quiet their nights feel. They notice how different love feels when it is missing. They may even realize they took your presence for granted. This comparison does not always lead to action, but it creates pressure inside them. Pressure to reflect. Pressure to face truth. The fifth invisible thing is unfinished connection. The subconscious hates loose ends. If the story between you ended with confusion, mixed signals, or silence, their mind keeps circling it. It asks, what if I had stayed? What if I had been honest? What if we had tried one more time? Your sudden longing may be your own mind seeking closure, but it may also be their mind reopening the same loop. Because unfinished stories do not fade quietly, they return in waves. The sixth invisible thing is a soft, spiritual check-in. Sometimes the universe allows two people to feel each other again. not to pull them back into pain, but to show them what still needs healing. You might miss them strongly right when they are praying, regretting, or thinking of you before sleep. Not as a miracle, but as timing. A connection can be a lesson, a person can be a messenger, and longing can be a signal that something inside you is ready to change. Now here is the part most people avoid. Missing someone strongly does not always mean they are meant to return. Sometimes you miss them because your soul remembers the love. Sometimes you miss them because your heart remembers the wound. And sometimes you miss them because they represent a version of you that felt alive, hopeful, or understood. That is the reflection block. What is this feeling really pointing to inside you? Are you missing them, or are you missing safety? Are you missing them, or are you missing clarity? Are you missing them, or are you missing the way you felt when you believed love could stay? When you ask these questions, you turn longing into wisdom. You stop letting the memory control you, and you start letting it teach you. Here is another short story. Two friends drift apart without a fight, just time and distance. Years pass. One night, one of them suddenly misses the other so strongly it feels like a hand on the heart. He searches their name, finds an old photo, and smiles with tears. At that exact time, the other friend is also awake, staring at the ceiling, thinking about the same laughter they shared. Neither reaches out, but both feel the same invisible bridge. This is why silence can still feel loud. So what should you understand when you suddenly miss someone strongly? First, it means the connection left an imprint. Your subconscious does not replay people who meant nothing. Second, it means something is stirring on the other side, whether it is memory, conflict, regret, or simple longing. Third, it means you are being invited to choose truth over guessing, to choose peace over obsession, to choose self-respect over chasing. If they are meant to return, they will return with clarity, not confusion. If they are not meant to return, the universe will still use this feeling to guide you back to yourself. So tonight, when the longing rises, do not panic. Do not judge your heart. Breathe. Name the feeling. Notice what it asks for. Sometimes the answer is a conversation. Sometimes the answer is closure you give yourself. Sometimes the answer is forgiveness. Whatever it is, let this longing be a mirror, not a chain, and let energy come back home. Because the deepest invisible thing happening is this. Your heart is waking up to what it truly needs, and their soul may be waking up to what they truly lost. If someone has been on your mind lately, take this as your sign that this connection still carries meaning, and your next step should be guided by truth, not fear. Welcome to Psych Aura Facts. If you're curious about the hidden truths of the mind and heart, make sure to subscribe so you never miss what your soul needs to hear.